Alrighty then. It is time, since I told this that I should do a video on me doing a rant on the frickin' community of D-Day. Well, let's dive into this dumpster fire of what the hell is the D-Day community with, really. Alright, so now, there are plenty of the main problem we're going to be facing off here is not just weapons and player types, but yes, player types and weapons. Well, mainly the problem is with players, such as free-to-play players, complaining the fuck out on complaining about pay-to-win. It's a common issue I see, and they say in many forums that it's all relates to the same thing. That this is pay to win, that's pay to win, this is pay to win, that's pay to win. Over and over and over and over and over again. It's so annoying when that happens. I tell them, dude, it's not because you're terrible, it's because you have a thing called a skill issue. Not because they have waste stuff. And they said, what about the rocket launcher? And I said, that's a weapon, but yes, it is overpowered, but they made it so it's exceptional and not overpowered. Now, on to another problem, the weapons. Now, the Carabiner 98K, or the Car 98K for the Germans' Axis riflemen, does more damage, which is a tinier 7.292 Mauser round versus a 30-06, which 30-06 is gigantic compared to the Car 98. But I understand that it's for purposes to make it that it's even and stuff like that. But at least the Germans have the semi-automatic rifles that bolt action, really. Now, another problem is with players who think they are good, or people who get mad about something. Like, I remember about a month or two ago, a person was complaining about me using a shotgun for the engineer class, and I said, dude, it's a shotgun. And he was saying that shotguns were not used in D-Day. Yes, they were. They were used by paratroopers when they were going into bunkers or whatever, because shotguns are very good for those ranges. The Germans used one. It was just a double barrel, not a pump action. Another problem, let's state that. Complaints of pay to win. I know I'm back on the topic, but it's annoying as hell that they got the assault class buffed and that's not good enough for you. So they have to keep yapping their own jaws and think that we'll get their attention by doing this. Yes, you will get their attention, but the game is already perfectly the way it is. It's called Get Good Noob. No. It's called Get Good Noob, and don't be shit at the game, really, and then don't complain about it, because you don't need to be good. You don't need to pay to be good at a game. It's only required a skill, but you're acting like I have to pay for skill. It's like this. It's just bruh, in my opinion. Why? It's just like this. It goes like this. Why would you complain about this? Also, another thing too is the absolute toxicity of this community is just dumpster fire. That's all I can really say. It's just a dumpster fire, or a clusterfuck, really. That's all I could say about it. Because you have the people who complain, you have the tryhards, you have the, like I said, the people who complain about pay to win. Now, those are the most annoying people I absolutely hate. Why? I don't know, it's just kind of how it goes. Now, on to the map. The map, in my opinion, is okay, but I wish there was a tad bit more to do, really, or a way to stop flanking, really, because it's kind of the most annoying thing to do. Well, I understand it is a strategy, so it's there. Or the most hated weapon, or the most hated classes are the sniper and the mortar. The sniper I can to attend to that they're pretty easy to take out, but here's the thing about mortars. They can hide behind an entire building and they can just launch mortars over those buildings at a far distance. So they're completely concealed, so they cannot be killed without the use of anti-tank weaponry or a way of getting behind that object. That's the most common inconception about the mortarman, that he is, along with the sniper, the most hated class. Why is it that the sniper, at least, is sometimes annoying, really? There are some people who are ludicrous with the sniper rifle who would snipe it all the way from forest to the beach, which is insane. Yeah. Or people in mortar. I absolutely hate the mortar class. Why? Not because I suck at it or I don't own it. It's because that, first of all, it's basically another cheese class, in my opinion, or a class that's completely stupid. Like, I understand that they want an artillery class, but it's so fucking annoying when there's a bunch of people that play as mortars on the opposite team. That's the only thing they use, because it's basically a rocket, like the rocket launcher in the game, except that it fires faster, really, and it can go anywhere you want without having to wait 20 seconds in order to fire that thing again. It's the weapon they get for the sidearm is too damn OP too. It's just too OP. Like, I generally, like, they could have kept the MP40 at the same damage as the M3 grease gun, but the M3 grease gun had to be upgraded to the point that it's basically as powerful as a paid class. It's kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. It's just, the STG-44 is better, but but in all reality, the M3 grease gun is better because it's free. Sorry. Now, it's absolute dumpster fire. It's a way to put it, because first of all, the game, you have the people who complain of pay to win because they suck ass or major ass at the game. You have people who complain about it and saying that, oh, look, or whatever, and then we have the people who hate the snipers and the mortars. I can agree with the mortars, but I don't hate the snipers. But in my opinion, the snipers are also very cheesy kills because they don't get up close with SMGs or shotguns. Only from far away, really, and then they do what they do. Engineer class, I don't mind it that much, but its weapon is pretty mediocre for what it is, really. But I understand that they're trying to keep the game perfectly balanced, but people say that it's not balanced. I cannot agree with the balancing part. But I can agree with the balance, that the game is balanced and it's perfectly good the way it is, but the game itself is made by people who want to have a fun game, or who want to create a game that is very fun, but what happens is this, that the people in the community complain about it, really, instead of being happy that at least it's an update and not something else, really. And that's what I have to say. So talk to you all soon, and I'll talk about a topic, whatever you want me to talk about, and I'll explain about that.